Well, congratulations. How are you feeling?
I'm good. Had to grind that one out, persevere, weather the storm, and make a comeback like the story of my life. I don't know why this is my path, but it just seems to be the way it is for me.
Do fights kind of feel better that way, knowing you've kind of, went through adversity and come through?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't really know anything else. I mean, I have finishes, but like when you put in a fight like that where you're clearly lost the first round and the guy felt really strong and you know that he's dangerous in those positions, and for me to come out in the second round and clearly win the second, and then the third was close, but I was pretty sure that I edged it out. Yeah, definitely. It was a hard-earned fight, and I worked my ass off for this one. But I wasn't gonna let it slide, so I was able to get the W.
What do you tell yourself between rounds 1 and 2?
I was like, man, I really want some gabagool right now. I can go for a sandwich right now and watch The Sopranos. Honestly, I was like, okay, I lost the first round. We got to be sharp in this. But I knew that he was fading. I ended up on top in the first at the end of the round, and I could feel the withering. And I knew that I had more in the tank. So I came out in the second. I hurt him with a right hand and then an uppercut. And I don't remember how I ended up on top, but I knew once I got there that I was in a good position. And excuse me, it was hard to get off my ground and pound. He's a really good grappler, high level. But I was able to do it, and I knew I won the second. And then going into the third, I was like, all right, who wants it more? And I clearly wanted it more.
So as they're reading the scores, are you confident?
Yeah, I was confident. I was like, all right, I knew in my mind I won the last two. So when I heard 29-28 Solecki, I was like, all right, I know it's going to be a split decision. And, I heard Jared, and I was like, all right, so I thought.
How much time off do you want after this?
I get married October 29th. Then I go on my honeymoon. And then it's the holidays. Not that I want to, just F off and eat gabagool all day, but I would like to get back in there. I'm sick of waiting 8 months in between fights, because that's what's been happening to me. I have a 5-year UFC career, and I only got 9 fights. Some guys are rattling off fights. So I got to, go home, see what happens after my wedding, and then, talk to my managers and see what happens. But I don't want to wait a long time. Maybe January, I guess, at this, with everything coming up.
And we didn't get to hear it, but it sounded like you called out Patty. Is that correct?
I did. Nothing malicious. I think it would be a fun fight, and I actually like him. He brings shine to the game, and he's got a whole country behind him, I guess, or a city behind him. But he did call me out pre-debut on a couple of big interviews on the Helwani show, a couple other interviews that he did, and it wasn't malicious on his end either. But hey, he's got a lot of shine. I would love to take it. I'll fight him in O2 Arena. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I fought Charles Oliveira in Sao Paulo. That was probably way worse than, would be worse than O2, or equally as bad. You can imagine how it was. So, yeah, I think it would be fun.
And my most important question, have you seen the new Sopranos movie yet?
So, I downloaded HBO Max. I actually had it, but I forgot my password, so I had to start up a new account. I'm watching it on my phone. And I'm in bed. And I'm like, I have to fight tomorrow. And I'm like, I got no way to hold the phone. I don't want to lay on my side because my shoulder hurts. And I'm like, all right, this is not working. But I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't catching my attention the first 30 minutes. And I was like, there was a lot of subtle things that they said, and I'm like, oh shit. But I'm a Soprano buff, so I'm gonna have to go home and watch it, see how it is.
Yeah, Bilal said he didn't like it.
Bilal doesn't know anything. Yeah, we watched Sopranos, and he's like, oh, turn this off. And I'm like, come on, man. He doesn't understand.
Thank you.
No problem.
Just by the way, I don't know if you know this, but Paddy replied and said yes. He said, let's do it.
Cool.
Cool.
I mean, there's a lot of times in my career where I'm like, do I want to be that guy in the spotlight where a lot of media attention? It's scary, and I don't care what anyone says. It is. Like, when when you see big name fighters and the amount of attention that their fights are getting, I'm like, do I really want that, or do I just want to fly under the radar, But this whole week, I told myself, like, this is what I want. This is what I'm here to do. This, like, there's times where I'm like, all right, everyone's gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna run out the back of the Residence Inn, and just like pretend like I got kidnapped or something, or, and like, do I really want to go to the Apex today? Like, sometimes I don't, but this is what I want, and I know I have the skills to do it. So, I think I'm underrated, and I think that because I don't have like crazy knockout finishes that people count me out, and I've lost some fights against monsters. But that's the way, I have to go through the downs before I get to my ups. So this is just par for the course.
And quick one for me. So on the broadcast, they said you added swimming to your training.
Yeah.
And I saw on your Instagram, you're a good swimmer. Like, you're swimming with a parachute, which is really hard.
Yeah.
So how effective was that, in your opinion?
I think it really was a game changer for me. I was swimming 3-4 times a week hard. There was times where I was swimming like 2 miles at a clip, like hour and 15 hour, on my own. But I had a coach who was running me through drills, and I ran for years, run 6 miles, 7, 10 miles, 15 miles, and like it would just kill my nervous system. So I was like, all right, I swam as a kid. Let me see how swimming works out. And when I got in that pool, I was like, this is it. My coach is a savage. The guy's got the fastest time around Alcatraz in history. He's got the fastest 10K open water swim in history, and he's like 5'2", and the drills that he puts me through, I'm like sucking air. So I think that's definitely took a role in what helped me get through that fight with a big Joe Solecki on my back, and I think definitely was a game changer for me, this camp.
And with Paul training for triathlons, have you gotten a chance to swim with him or against him?
Dude, Paul, I will rip you in the swimming pool. Paul's my boy. We used to run hard together. We haven't got a chance to bike together. Well, the kid's doing half Ironmans right now, so I'm sure it'll be hard to match him, but that's my guy. I love him. We have not raced each other yet, though. We have on foot, and I win, but right now I think he's got me there because he's doing such long distance running. I haven't done that in a while, so I'll give that to him.
Congrats.
Thank you.
When did you say you were getting married?
What?
When did you say you were getting married?
I'm not getting married. I am. October 29th.
Did the fiance give you any worry about fighting so close to?
At first she was like, "How are you gonna go fight in a cage?" And then we were getting married. I'm like, "Listen, babe, come on. That's my girl though, my little Italian princess." Yeah, I mean, I got 5,000 scars on my head. How does my face look? It's all right.
Fine.
It's okay. All right.
Doesn't look like you fought.
Okay, cool. So I mean, actual. Adds character.
And then last for me, you talked about how you have to, you're finding yourself having to grind out these victories. It maybe isn't what you wanted to do, but you're grinding them out. Is there something, at the end of the day, is there something to be proud, even if you maybe never become the flashiest knockout artist, is it something that could be proud of, that people expect that you are a hard fight to get through, that you will grind them out?
Yeah, I think when people watch my fights, they're going to be like, geez, like, what do you have to do to win in the transitions? And but I have knockouts. I got head kick knockouts. I mean, they were earlier on. I haven't had a finish since 2000. When was it? 17. My UFC debut was my last finish. I think my second UFC fight, they should have stopped the fight, but they just let the guy die there. That was crazy. But that's just the way this game goes. And you know what? My coach back at Sanford, Henry Hooft, I'm like, man, I need to start knocking people out. Can we do pads? He's like, it has nothing to do with pads. He's like, we're building, and you got to get addicted to winning, and we're going to keep building, and the finishes will come. So I just trust my team. My coaches, Kami Barzini, Jason Stroud, the colorful man in the corner with the Native American braids. He's been with me for close to 10 years, and I trust them. And Nick Lenz, like these guys. I mean, Nick Lenz has like 7,000 fights. Like, sometimes I'm like, I don't know, Nick, and then like, he's right. You know, they know what they're doing. They've been doing this for so long, you know. So, and I'm not. Sanford's like one of the best teams in the country right now. So I'm just going to keep trusting my coaches and trust God, and everything should work out.
Awesome. Congrats on the victory
Thank
and
you.
best of luck on the wedding.
Thank you. That's it? That's all you got? I wanted more. Thanks, guys.